Welcome back to Mad Props. I'm your host, Chris Schnabel. I am an Orlando Magic fan. I've been an Orlando Magic fan my entire life, or as long as I've been following basketball, I should say. Probably around 2004 is when it started. I really liked Dwight Howard. I have family in Orlando. He was one of the first basketball players I really saw play basketball, and I've stuck with him since. The problem with being an Orlando Magic fan is it hasn't been a fun ride for a very long time. Other than the Dwight Howard years and the recent, I mean, not even this year, but the recent success that they've had, they've been a pretty tough team to be a part of, to follow, I should say. I'm not a part of the team, but they've been a tough team to follow. But recently, I got to do something really cool. I was on the court, same court as the players, Dwight Howard, Paolo Banchero, you name it, same exact court. Thanks to the Sixth Man Show and Jonathan Osborne, the host of the Sixth Man Show, I had the opportunity to play on the Kia Center floor. I'm going to tell you all about it. Before we get started, if you like this podcast, give us a like, give us a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, whether you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you're watching or listening. Make sure to give us a follow, give us a like, and leave a comment. I want to hear more from the fans, so please leave a comment if you're watching this. Also, follow us on social media at Mad Props Pod on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can follow me, myself, at Chris Schnabel. That's Schnabel. Anywhere on social media. I think on TikTok it might be Chris.Schnabel, but you can follow me there as well. So there I was, on the court, standing there at the Kia Center. The same place as all the players I've been watching, mostly losing, but recently winning for a long time. How did I get there? Why was it me? Why do I still follow the Orlando Magic? I got answers for all of that. For starters, the game is called The Court of Dreams. It's put on by the Sixth Man Show podcast. If you're watching this podcast right now, I am wearing a Sixth Man Show shirt. Jonathan and I have been friends now for a little bit. But he is the one that puts this together with his podcast, and he brings fans, he brings sponsors and other people out to go and play basically pickup games for about 2 hours on the Kia Center floor. Why I was invited is because I've been a follower of him for a long time. Like I said, we've been friends for a little bit now, and he's also been on this podcast. So quick backstory. When Jonathan started the Six Man podcast, I was a lot more active on Twitter. I'm not very active on X/Twitter anymore, but I was very active at the time. And I would post a lot about the Orlando Magic. They were my favorite team. That's how long ago this is gone. Like I said, 2004, 5-ish is when I really started following them. The Dwight Howard years is when I really started getting into them. And I would be on Twitter and I would tweet something about Orlando Magic, or I had it in my bio. I think I still have it in my bio to this day that I'm an Orlando Magic fan. It's my favorite community to be a part of, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So I just, tweet about them. So Jonathan starts the Sixth Man Show podcast, and he's looking for people to follow it that are also Orlando Magic fans. So he reached out to me on a DM and he asked, or he said, I'm Jonathan, I'm starting the Sixth Man Show. I'm looking around at Orlando Magic fans. I see you're an Orlando Magic fan. I would love for you to give us a follow, give us a listen. Let me know what you think, all that fun stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could go hear something from the Yankees at any time. I can go hear something from, any team that I follow. But Orlando Magic, there's not as much that goes on. So I went, I gave him a follow. And then a couple years later, he comes on my podcast, Mad Props, the one you're listening to right now. And we've been connected ever since. But since then, I think it was 3 years. This was the third year. So 2 years ago, he started inviting me to this event. I think it started with he would invite me because they'd have Sixth Man Show night, which was when they had like group tickets and everybody that's fans can buy a ticket and go to the game, and they all be a part of the same group. And they did that for a while. Since I've known him, I haven't been able to go because I've been in Spokane and I've been working for this team, working for that team, and it just hasn't worked out. But this year, my job is heavy in the fall, light in the spring and summer. So I hit him up and I say, yo, Jonathan, let me know when you guys are doing this again. I want to come out to a game. Haven't been to a Magic home game in over 10 years. The last home game I went to before this, Alfred Payton had his second night of a back-to-back triple-double. that should tell you as much as you need to know. And I would love to come out. I would love to be there, and I want to meet you in person. We've been connected for a while now, but I haven't been able to do it. And he's been inviting me to this game for, I mean, years now. But now I can finally do it. So I hit him up and I'd say, just let me know when the next game is. And he said, April 1st is the next like group night, but also that's perfect because it's Court of Dreams and I want you to come out and play in that. And so I'm like, that sounds awesome. Playing in Court of Dreams. I'm in. Don't even know what it is yet. Then I find out Court of Dreams is playing at the Kia Center, like going on the court and playing at the Kia Center. And now, I mean, I am fully amped. I bought new shoes for this. I mean, I've been waiting for this for probably 6 months since we've had this set up. I've had my plane tickets, everything for months to do this because I was excited to do this. So that's how I got there in the first place. If you don't already follow the Sixth Man Show podcast, you should, especially if you want to hear more about the Orlando Magic, or if you just want to like, you know, support him because he does awesome stuff like this. And they do it through their podcast. So that's why you should probably go follow and subscribe to their podcast as well. But that's how I got there. That's how it got to that point. The Court of Dreams, like I said, is like there was a couple pickup games where we played a bunch of different people. There were sponsors of his podcast there. There were fans of his podcast there, or just Orlando Magic fans that knew about the podcast, and a couple other people all around that were very interested in going and doing it and everything, which was really cool. Now, let's go to the week of. So this was on Wednesday, April 1st, was the day of the game. 2 days before, I was already in Orlando. My family came down. My parents came down. We were all staying together. We kind of made a vacation out of it, which was nice. I needed a little getaway from work and from everything, and I was super excited. But at the same time, I wasn't feeling well. If you listen to this podcast or Sketching Up, which we also do on the Schnabel Studios networks, I would say a bunch. I haven't been feeling well, but I'm here, I'm powering through, blah, blah, blah. Well, I still wasn't feeling well, and I was getting a little worried because it's been months that I haven't been feeling well. And I still am going out, putting up shots. They had a basketball court at the hotel, so I put up shots at the hotel and, trying to get in shape. I gained a lot of weight because I haven't been feeling well. I haven't been able to move, and that kind of disappointed me. So I was kind of going in like excited but disappointed. But I powered through both days, didn't feel well Tuesday night, said, we're going to let the adrenaline take over. Wake up Wednesday, didn't feel good that day either, but we were going to push through, and we did push through. We'll get to the game in a second, but then we get through the day, and on Thursday I wake up, and I'm just like, I don't feel well. I go to urgent care, and I have, like, my entire head is infected. Now we're days past that. I'm getting better and starting to recover, but it was kind of crazy that I went through this whole game with this infection in my head, and that's why I wasn't feeling well. So I'm feeling better now. So if you're wondering, when you see me on podcast, I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. But let's go back to Wednesday. So Wednesday, the game is at 1:15. I wake up, get up, I'm stretching my back, I'm stretching my neck. Like I just said, I had this infection, so my neck was hurting, my chest was hurting, all this stuff was hurting. Didn't know what it was, but I was just kind of stretching it out, trying to get to a point where I feel a lot better. We leave and we get to the Kia Center around 1:00. We went the day before. I got magicked out. The hat I'm currently wearing in the podcast, if you can't see, it says Orlando Magic. I got a shirt, Orlando Magic shirt. I got Orlando Magic shorts. So I was all Orlando Magic out. Also, that was my time to shine because I haven't been to a game in over 10 years, and I have never been to the team store ever, even when I went that time. Didn't go to the team store then either. So I wanted to make sure I was decked out. By the way, I've been to 3 Orlando Magic games at home, and they're 2-1, and this was the one, but we'll get to that. So I get there. I bring my own personal photographer, who is my girlfriend, Mary, who had my camera. Because I wanted walk-up photos, I wanted on-court photos, all that stuff. So we park, we get out, she's running ahead of me, or she's getting the walk-up photos. I'm feeling like I'm all right. We're going to play. Get to the Kia Center. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, this is crazy. It's my first time here in 10 years, and I'm gonna be playing. Like I'm not watching. I'm going to play. Go around the corner. I meet up with everybody. That's where Jonathan is. That's where I finally meet him for the first time, which is amazing. I meet a couple other people kind of standing around. I meet the guy that put it all together. Jonathan as well puts it all together. He works for the Atlanta Magic, and we're kind of talking for a minute, but then it's ready to go. We're going inside, go through security, and now we're walking down the tunnel. It's funny because the tunnel was cool, and I took videos and photos because I haven't been in the Orlando Magic tunnel, but through all the jobs I've had in my life, like going through the tunnel just doesn't feel the same. As weird as that sounds. So like going to the tunnel, it just felt like, oh, this is cool. Like I'm going through the tunnel. It says welcome to Orlando over here. It has like the history of the Orlando Magic over there. But it was like any other tunnel. Like they all kind of blend together now. When it really hit that we were going to do this is we go around the corner and take a right and we go into the locker room. It wasn't the Orlando Magic locker room. It was we had our own personal locker room for us to keep our stuff and change if we needed to and stuff. And when I Jonathan was at the first locker, I was at the second locker. And when I sat down in that chair, I kind of took it all in. Mary took a great photo of me kind of taking it all in, looking around, just being like, wow, we're not in a locker room to take video. We're not in a locker room to take photos. We're not in a locker room to do media like I've done in the past. Like I'm sitting in this locker room about to go play a game on an NBA court. This is wild. This is wild. I can't believe this is so cool. I'm talking to Jonathan, keeping my cool on it all because you can't like get caught up in a moment like that, right? Especially because you're gonna go play, like whether it's for actual stakes or just pickup games, like you're gonna go play and you want to be at your best. But change, take off this, get on the new shoes. I had brand new shoes, some nice light blue Nikes that like really, really shined on that court. My parents were there. Like I said, Mary was there. They all got to sit right in the first row, right on the court. So that was really cool. They got to be courtside for it. Um, I'm talking to one fan on one side, I'm talking to Jonathan on the other. The guy, other Jonathan, Magic Jonathan, comes in and says, "All right, guys, it's time to go. Let's do it." And I'm stretching, I'm doing all my things in the locker room, getting ready. Should have brought music or something, like but it was just such a cool experience, such a cool moment. So I take out my phone because I'm excited. Like I'm about to walk onto the court, and I want that memory. I just want that memory. So I have it down. I'm not really looking at it. I don't even know how the video came out, and I'm just looking around. And we go through the tunnel and out onto the court, and there we are. You know, there we're here. We're on the court. We're ready to play, and there are people already warming up that are part of the group, and I'm trying to find my spot and where I can put my stuff down. And Mary's taking photos and videos, and I'm just like, all right, it's time to go. And and then I take a ball, start dribbling it, didn't shoot anything yet, and it was just like one of those things, right? Like I haven't been to that arena a lot. I've been to it twice. One time during the Dwight Howard era, actually, no, yeah, one time during the Dwight Howard era. They played the Nuggets. I was in high school, and then another time during my college senior spring break of college, which is 2015 ish. I went down, and like I said, that was the Alfred Payton's back to back triple doubles, and Victor Oladipo was on the team. I don't know if you can see it behind me if you're watching. I don't remember where it is, or I'd move, but there's this. I have a thing that there's a Vucevic, Oladipo, and there might be it in there, but there's more signed, framed and signed. That was from that day. We met a lot of the players after the game. Besides the point, just being on the court, like I watch every Magic game. I have NBA League Pass, like just watching all the games. Like, and there's gonna be the same court I'm gonna be watching tonight. Like I'm gonna go home and then come back. We didn't go home, but I'm gonna leave and come back, and this is gonna be the court that they're gonna be playing on. So that was really cool. So let's get into the game. So we get there, and they split everybody into six. There's six teams. Everybody got 3 games, and they, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody went off into their teams. I was team 4, and then from there, we went out and we played. I did not play in the first game. I played in the second game, and I was not nervous. It kind of started, because you got to kind of roll through it. You only have so much time. We had 7 people, so I didn't really know like how we should do this. I got to start the first two games, and I came in off the bench on the third game. But I'm a pretty good basketball player. I got some pounds to lose, but I can play basketball pretty well. So I think I was one of the better players on my own team. I wouldn't say on the court itself, maybe on the court itself, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's first game starts. The other team has the ball. We're kind of like, oh, okay, we're going, and and it's just time. Like you don't get time to take in. Like there's no tip, there's nothing. They just go, all right, we're going, and the other team's bringing the ball down. You're like, all right, let's go. Um, I in the first game, I handled the ball basically the entire time. In my first time handling the ball, I take it up court and I'm, looking to distribute. That's usually what I do when I take the ball up court. I'm not really a point guard, but I would say one of the better handles on my team. And I'm kicking the ball up court and I see an opening and I start to go to it and I get doubled on and I lose the ball and I'm like, oh no, this is not how we need to do this. We can't start this way. We can't start this way. So I gave up a turnover on the first play. The first game, I'm not really going to go too much into it. I had some nice assists, but that was really it. I did not score after the game. I remember going back and just being like, oh no, like I didn't score. Like this is going to be my only opportunity. I have to score, but I'm not going to force it either. That's not really the player I am, but I can't not score. I have to score. So, second game, we don't play. Then we're back on for the third game. And I'm like, all right, like I'm going to score in this game. Like if I have the ball, I'm either going to get an assist and we're going to score, or I'm going to take it into my own hands. And I did. I absolutely did. I think we played ones and twos. I actually don't remember how we played it because it wasn't to a certain score. It was just 8 minutes. So I don't really know if it was ones and twos or twos and threes. I counted it as twos and threes in my own head because that's how basketball's usually played on an NBA court. Um, so that's kind of how I did it. In the second game, I hit 5 shots. I hit 3 layups and two little like floater guys. So I had 10 points in that game. I had 2 assists in that game, and I had 5 rebounds. I did keep my stats. Now, I'll tell you, in pickup, I do not usually keep my stats, but I am on an NBA court, darn it, and I'm keeping my stats. And so 10 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds was my second game, which is a pretty darn good game, 8 minute game. But I did get a lot of good opportunities to get into the hole. I did have one. I redeemed myself on a drive, which I have photos of me driving and kind of getting the layup off and in, a little off balance. So 10 points in the second game. That one made me feel like, all right, like this is awesome. Like not only am I playing on an NBA court, but I actually like did really well. I hit 5 shots in a game, in a pickup game, but on an NBA court, which was awesome. And then in the third game, I had 9 points. Let me see, four. Yeah, and 9 points. I had 3 layups and I had a three, which was a step back three, which I do not have on video, and I wish I did because I hit a step back three in an NBA court from the top wing, so it was not in the corner, which a lot of people like to say it was in the corner. It was in the corner. Driving into the left with my left, believe it or not. Took a step back, shot the three. I do have a photo of it, but it's a little blurry, but I do love the photo because I know at the end of that photo, I hit that shot. So that was really awesome. So I hit an NBA three, which is another big one. When I hit that three, I like kind of didn't know what to do with myself because it was one of those, I stepped back, it kind of rattled on the thing. I thought I was going to rattle out for a second. It goes in. The NBA rims are so soft, they're beautiful. When it hits the rim, you actually have a better chance of going in than coming out. Unlike when you play it like a park or you play it like a rec center where the rims, people will dunk on them. They're very tight. They'll pop right out. These ones are soft. So if you hit the rim, there's a better chance of it going in. It was rattled. It went in. I did the Desmond Bain three. I thought it was appropriate for hitting it in the Orlando Magic game. But I've hit a bunch of threes playing pickup. When I was really heavy set would play, which I'm bigger now, but I used to be, for people that don't know that are listening, I used to be over 450 pounds. Really all I could do is the fat man backup, which is where you back up and then kind of fade away and shoot. And then the other one I could do is shoot threes because I don't really have any moves. I'm slow and I'm big, so I can't really get around you. So shoot a lot of threes. Then I lost a lot of weight, and now I take that into my game now, where I can now kind of drive by people, but also I can hit 3-pointers. And so I've hit a bunch of them, but none of them felt like that. Like it was an NBA three on an NBA court. None of them felt like that. I've hit threes at the Kennel when I played at Gonzaga. I've hit threes playing at Harvard. I've hit threes playing in New Haven, but nothing comes close to hitting a three in an NBA court. But I hit 2 layups, kind of like a mid range, and then I hit not a mid range, but like a top, right outside the key, and then I hit a three in that game. I also had about 4 rebounds, and I had 2 assists in that game as well. So pretty good day for me overall, even though I didn't score a single point in the first game. I was so worried in the first game, but after the second game, I was like, okay, yeah, this was a successful run for me. I came out, played really well, and at the end of the day, like I played on this court, and this is amazing. I don't know if this is ever how players really, maybe their first game, and technically this was my first game. I've never played at that court before, but I gotta imagine playing your first game, it kind of feels that way. I think no matter what, I would feel that way going into it. Um, but yeah, that was awesome. We went to Jam Chicken afterwards. Awesome spot. If you have never been, I would highly recommend. It was really good. It is a sponsor of their show, so we went there and it was fantastic. So that was awesome. Anyway, um, but then we came back to watch the game. Not going to go too much into that because the Orlando Magic got smacked by the Hawks, which was really disappointing. But I do. When I first walked back in, we were in section 109, row 13. We walk in and we sit down, and I'm looking at the court, and I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, that's where I was playing, like right there. And I was like looking, going straight forward, the far basket. I'm like, that was the basket I was shooting into earlier today. Like, we're gonna watch this team play on that basket. We're going to watch both teams play on that basket that I was just playing on, just a couple hours ago, which was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that, like, it's how fast we turned around, right? Like, it felt like 2 different days. Like, one day we're playing on the court and the next day we're watching the game, but it was all on the same day, which was really crazy, which is really, really crazy. But overall, unbelievable experience. And I'm hoping to be able to do it again next year and the year after that and the year after that. As long as Jonathan keeps inviting me, I want to keep coming out because that was an amazing, amazing opportunity. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and listening. Guys and gals, thank you for listening. Make sure you follow us on social media at Mad Props Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. You can also follow me at Chris Schnabel, Schnabel, and you can see all different things like photos from this if you were listening and you couldn't see them in there, or if you want to see other things that we're doing, you can go follow that there. Make sure you listen to Sketching Up and the Crosstown 9 podcast. Both of them are available anywhere you get podcasts. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to this podcast, whether you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe right below. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, or anywhere else, please subscribe, leave 5 stars, so we can continue to grow as a podcast. The more stars you leave and comments you leave on Apple, the higher up it goes on the charts. That's what I've learned. So if you really want to help us, that's what you're going to do. And again, follow us on social media. We're going to keep trying things like this, having these podcasts that are solo, especially with opportunities, to keep that consistency, but also to keep perspective a little differently. We're also thinking about other things that we could try to do to keep episodes fresh instead of just interviews and experiences all the time. But this is one of those I had to share. I mean, there I was standing on an Orlando Magic court, right? Like, I can't not talk about that. I hit a three in an NBA game. Can't not talk about that. I then went to the game for the first time in over 10 years. Can't not talk about that. Although I didn't really want to talk about that because I didn't do too well because that was kind of crazy. But it was an awesome experience. Make sure you follow the Sixth Man podcast if you want to try to get an experience like this because their podcast is awesome. They announce these things on their podcast. So the only way to find out is to listen to the Sixth Man show. So definitely, definitely, definitely go check out their show. And make sure you check out more of this show. We just had Ava Bunn on last week. We've had Rob Paulson. We've had Phil Lamar. We've had Jordan Teamu. We've had Kyle Higgins, had Dave Raymond. We've had a lot of guests, and we got a lot more coming up. But, like I said, fresh perspective, something really cool, and things that I think are just awesome experiences people should know about. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week right here on Mad Props. See you later. Peace out. Boom.
Woo! Good game. Hey.